She didn't bother to listen. If she had, she would have heard it before. She was perched on a bar stool, and the man patted her knee as he spoke. It wouldn't cost her a penny. She stared down at his paw resentfully, but there was talk of dinner at the Regent Palace, paper napkins, but you couldn't have everything, and she decided to let the hand slither across the nylon and under the hem of her tight skirt. A pair of regulars were squirming round her to the bar, smoothly borrowing a 10-bob note from a familiar face in the crowd as they passed. "Who are all these people? Your pub's not your own. Where are they all from, for God's sake?" said one of them, a tall, fat man in a big black hat and a poncy pink Indian silk scarf knotted at his neck, and suede shoes. Puff, probably. Only puffs wore suede shoes. "Streatham, darling, Streatham Common. I told you we should have gone to the Fitzroy," drawled his friend, a rat-faced toff in a covert coat the colour of dishwater, and a striped tie so horrible it had to mean something. You got them like that in the shop. Deb's Delights with frayed shirt cuffs and stiff collars, pricing cashmere but buying lamb's wool. "Don't they have any fucking pubs in fucking Streatham?" Aye, language." The smoky room was suddenly short of oxygen as drinkers on all sides sniffed disapprovingly. The landlord's face flickered a warning, and the double act closed down, concentrating on their scrounged gins, too bloody cold to go looking for another pub. There were actually some very nice pubs in fucking Streatham. Proper pubs with saloon bars and carpet. The smelly old woman had started up again. "I said you wouldn't like to buy me a drink, would you, ducky?" Tony had fought his way through the bar and was signalling for Jane to join him at the door. She grabbed her coat from under the bench and slid the handbag down the side of her carrier, taking care not to crush her new outfit. The owner's name would be inside somewhere. She could sort it out tomorrow lunchtime. "A drink, ducky?" The woman kept her money in an old OXO tin, which she was now banging up and down on the table. The pub had only been open since 5:30, but there were already 4 sticky dead glasses crowded in front of her next to the half-finished Evening News crossword, and the tin ashtray was full. The Edwardian drawl had become loud and shrill, rising above the chinking hum of the bar. "Drink, dear." Jane stood up to go, lifting her carrier clear of the glasses as she sidled out from behind the table, her knees hobbled by the heavy little stools and snagging her already laddered stockings. The old woman lurched out of her seat and grabbed Jane by the sleeve of her sweater. "The least you can do is buy me a drink." She turned to address the room, but the room kept its head down, afraid she might start on them. She rubbed Jane's sleeve between her twisted yellow fingers. "Crocodile and cashmere, but she can't find the price of a gin. Mean little bitch." Tony had been waiting for Jane by the entrance, but the tide of fresh drinkers washing into the bar had forced him outside. His puzzled face appeared round the door. "I'm sorry, my friend's waiting." Jane inched towards the exit, carrier bag on one arm, coat on the other. Men made a show of making room. "Let the little lady through. Not going, are you, girlie?" But actually edged even closer, brushing against her body as she passed. She felt helping hands at her waist, on the small of her back, the inevitable pat on the backside. "I'm sorry, I thought you were right behind me. Meet someone you knew?" Some woman wanted me to buy her a drink. Never seen her in my life. She was drunk. "Do you often go in there?" "Has a lot of atmosphere," said Tony, apologetically, as he helped her on with her coat. "Augustus John used to drink in there." Did they really? What difference did that make? It was still a horrible pub. "You sure you won't change your mind and have a bite to eat?" Not on your life. If that was his idea of a nice pub, she dreaded to think what the meal would be like. Foreign, probably. "I'm sorry, I can't. Aunt Doreen has tea on the table at 7. I'll be lucky if I make it. It's nearly 6:30. "Another night?" Oh, God, how to make him stop. Crew cut, 50-shilling suit, nylon shirt, body odour. Did she have to spell it out? She'd only agreed to 1 quick drink as a thank you. Without Tony, she wouldn't have the precious contents of her carrier bag. A Hardy Amy's cashmere and wool dogtooth check costume. Buy the best you can possibly afford. Tony worked in the accounts department at the Savile Row boutique and told her that they were selling off that season's samples and misfits at an invitation-only sale on Friday lunch.